Well, it's taken 50 years.
Well, tell them, babe.
Well, hopefully they don't write a review on the Wandering Shores pet watching service because we get to see something that you rarely see at the end of July. Oh, now there's a cop coming by. The trials and tribulations of my mountain bike. This dryer is like literally 5 times the size of my head.
Small but mighty. Good morning. We are leaving today. Today's a travel day. We are leaving Creed and the spot where we were camped at Bachelor Loop. And I'm kind of sad because we like this spot a lot. And this is where we were camped with four groups of our friends, and so it's always kind of bittersweet when you leave a group camp and then you head off, but we know that we'll meet up again down the road. So.
And we are currently just sitting still on the highway because they are doing some chip sealing, which is basically like gravel and oil mixed together and then crushed. So it's down to 1 lane. So we're just sitting here, not going anywhere, but we just got word from our friends that are currently up at our location where we're headed that there is plenty of room for us, so that's super exciting. It's also going to be much cooler up there. I think the midday highs are in the mid 60s, so that is exciting. And one other exciting thing, I don't think we've told you, look at Michelle.
Oh yeah, I can actually see out the front windshield now because the headrest is gone. We took it out.
Yeah, so the way our little police screen for the cats attaches, it has to attach to the headrest, but I was able to kind of jimmy rig it and have it attached to the oh shit bars. Oh, now there's a cop coming by. That's maybe not a good sign. But we were able to attach it to the oh shit bars on both sides to give it more support. It looks like we're moving a little bit. And that allowed us to take the headrest off so that Michelle can actually see the world now, and it's not 3 more years of sitting behind the headrest and only seeing out the side windows. Hello from Leadville, Colorado, that is. Look, there's someone you might know. Just arrived, Alan and Lisa, we're just going to scout to see where we want to park so that we can get the best solar. We're going to probably be here for about 2 weeks, so we're going to try to get the best solar that we can and make sure that we're heading north. I see Starlink pointing that direction, so that's the direction that we're going to have to aim. So I want to make sure that we find the perfect spot. So we'll be back. Good morning.
Good morning.
We are getting ready to head out on a big adventure today.
Yep.
It has been 50 years, we think, to the best of our knowledge. We actually going to have to check, but it's been 50 years since, well, we've never climbed a 12,000 foot peak. And today's the day. So Michelle, where are we going?
We're doing it. We are going on a hike on a trail called the Mayflower Gulch Grand Traverse Trail.
Yes. So the trail's probably about 6.5 miles long. It's about 1,500 feet of elevation. It's almost like a Y. So you hike out to one peak and then you hike back a little bit. Then you take the split and you hike off to the other. So we're pretty excited about it, and we're going to take you along with us. It's only about a 15-minute drive from our campsite, so we're excited.
Yeah, we like that it's so close.
We're currently starting at around 11,200, so we're going to be up there pretty high. It's not going to be a 14er, but we will be at least over 12, I think, by the time we start hiking.
Yeah, and the parking lot was full already, so it's a popular one.
Just checking in with you guys. As we mentioned earlier, this might be, and I'm not 100% sure, but this might be the highest in elevation that we've hiked starting from. So I don't know if that makes sense. I'm gonna actually see if I can pull that data off all trails, but we're basically just hiking straight up this road. This is a multi-use trail, so mountain bikers, horseback, hiking, and there was actually a sign for e-bike, which I've usually not ever seen those before. The back tire has a letter E in it. But yeah, it's a uphill climb, but we're gonna make it. It's a nice hike. I think it's gonna be a challenge, especially at this elevation. But we've been at 9,000 or above for 3 weeks now, so, and probably 8,000 and above for like 2 months. So we're a little bit more conditioned to the elevation, but we've got our boost oxygen, and Michelle actually used it this time. So, you know, she's a little bit on the struggle bus if she's using it, because she usually passes. Continue to climb. We're actually getting out of the tree line, so it's going to be a little sunnier and brighter, so I might have to get my hat out and some suntan lotion. But up here ahead of us, I can actually still see snow. So for point of reference, today is July 29th, 2023, and there's still snow up here on the mountains. So if you're someone that likes to hike with your dog Fido, this is definitely the hike for you. I would say probably 50 to 70% of the people hiking this trail have their dog with them. It's crazy. Most all of them have them on leash, which is fantastic. A couple I've seen off leash look like they had shocker collars on or something like that. So, you know, they're responsible pet owners. Down at the very beginning of the trail, we saw a lot of poop bags, but I'm hoping as people hike back out, they're gonna pick them up. We haven't seen as many up here at this section. So we are getting close to the kind of first turnaround here at the top of the Y, and then we'll turn around and go back down to where all those little cabins were, and then hike up the other side. We'll be right back. Well, it's taken 50 years.
Oh, tell him, babe.
We finally made it to the first 12er. I don't know if that's a real thing, but we're calling it a real thing now.
We are.
First time we hiked up above 12,000 feet. So we are at 12,060.
And I can feel it.
Yeah, this is a lung burner. So for at least a while, we get to hike back downhill until we get to the split over there by the cabins. And then I don't know if you can see it over here in the background. I don't know if I'm pointing to it or not on the video, but we got to hike back up over there for the second part of this adventure.
So another lung burner.
Yep, so we've hiked 1,000 feet of elevation so far, and we got about 500 more once we get over there to do that side. So here we go.
Well, let's go.
All right, folks. Because we're overachievers, we decided to walk a little bit past where All Trail said the top of the trail was here on this section, because we get to see something that you rarely see at the end of July. Michelle?
I made a snowball.
Woo! Snowball fight, July 29th, 2023. All right, we're turning around, heading back down. Hey everyone, we made it back.
We did it.
I'm filming this on my phone, so if it looks a little odd or sounds a little different than the previous recordings, that's why. So it ended up being 6.5 miles, 1,490 feet of elevation gain, and burnt, according to my watch, because I got my heart rate monitor on my strap, it's burned 1,300 calories for me.
Mine's 903 calories. Whoop whoop.
So excellent. We're heading back to the homestead, and we'll show you our next responsibility when we get back there. So one of the other services the shores offer is a pet walking service. So we're coming down here to our friend's rig, and we're going to take their dogs for a walk. So maybe if you watch some YouTube, you might recognize this rig.
You see us coming.
We're going to introduce you to Leland and Maverick. So we'll be right back. They're not so sure about strangers coming to walk them. So, hey guys.
Let me
Come on, we're gonna take you outside, Leland.
Maverick ran away.
Leland's right here. Michelle's gonna get Leland, I'll get Maverick. Hopefully they'll go out and take a little walk. We were warned that Maverick may try to hide underneath the camper, so.
Oh, he's afraid.
Lead.
We're
Okay,
getting
ready?
him.
Come on.
Come on, let's go outside.
Oh, you going around that way?
Take it easy. Whoa, there he goes. Ah!
He's hiding under the camper.
Oh, that is where he went. Look. Come here, hun.
Michelle,
Oh, there. Come on.
come on.
He knows we're not his mom and dad.
Come on, let's go.
Now, Leland, on the other hand, all right. He's my best friend. Let's go for a walk.
So Leland did great. Maverick, I think, was really scared.
He was scared of us.
Yeah, he didn't like strangers coming in, even though we've met him, you know,
Yeah.
100 times probably. But you know, hopefully they don't write a review on the Wandering Shores pet watching service, because Maverick will give us a thumbs down.
He
0
would.
stars.
He would.
But they both went out and went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So that's what they needed to do, and we left them down there to hang out in their camper, and we're heading down to ours. So again, whose dogs did we just watch? Put their name behind the comment below. All right, we got some stuff to take down to our friends to see if they are interested in any of it. We are doing a pantry purge. That's what we'll call it, pantry
Yeah.
purge.
And it's heavy. There's a lot in here. There's rice.
I'm carrying the
Now, that's a
Cheerio
treat.
snacks.
That's a treat I made for them. A sweet treat. But all these, you've got oatmeal, rice, cocoa powder, cans of green beans.
Anything that's got processed sugar in it or anything like that, we're trying to get it out of the house. So we're gonna take it all over and purge. Oh, it's starting to drizzle. We're gonna take it down and try to pawn it off on our friends, whose puppy we were watching
Yeah.
earlier in this video probably. So if you haven't commented already, you probably should here real shortly, because you're probably gonna see them in person. So we'll show you when we get down there.
Leland is my new best friend.
And here's Maverick, who's still being cautious of me. And for those of you who couldn't figure out whose camper we were watching while they were gone,
It's alright.
say hello to Victoria. Greg's in there pooping. Well, he's actually just washing his hands. He's installing his new to them for temporary purposes battery, because they've been having battery issues. We seem to time our visits to these small towns perfectly. Where are we headed today, Michelle?
We're going to Boom Days here in Leadville, Colorado.
Yes, it's the big annual festival that Leadville hosts. We are currently walking down some back street alley from where we parked up the street, because the main street is obviously closed for all the events that are going to be going on. So we're pretty excited. We're heading down now to see I think the parade starts at 10 o'clock, and it is currently 9:45, so we're just in time. I had to run to Walmart this morning and pick up some stuff over in Frisco, and that was an adventure. I'll have to tell you about all the comedy of errors that was that delivery or pickup service with Walmart that time. The parade is getting ready to start, and this place is hopping. Let me show you. So Michelle's been waiting all parade for what we're about to see.
The marching band, of course.
What do you
band.
What do you guys think? Here it comes.
Hey! Small but mighty.
So for those of you who may not know, Michelle was actually in the marching band.
4 years in high school, 4 years in college.
8 years of marching band.
That's right.
So at this point, we've probably already put up a community post asking what activities Michelle engaged in high school and college. So you'll have the answer now if you didn't have it back then. Shout out to Daniel and Pauline who treated us to a meal while we were in town. They had to depart a few days ago, but left us with instructions to use some cash they gave us to go out to eat. So we went to
So we did.
High Mountain Pies pizza place. It was delicious.
It was really good. Their sauce is flavored just right.
Yeah, it was really, really good. So highly recommend that if you're in the area.
Yeah.
I'll put a little picture probably here in a second. But we're just gonna probably head back down the main street and back to our vehicle and go into town. Or not into town, go back to the camp. Hey guys, we're back.
Yeah, we're back and we're going on a mountain biking ride.
Yes, so for those of you who've been following the trials and tribulations of my mountain bike, I've been having all kinds of trouble switching over to tubeless inner tubes or tubeless tires on my mountain bike. And so finally I took it to a bike shop and they said actually the bead in the brand new tire that I had gotten from Amazon was bad. So I ended up having to return it and got a new one and took it to them just to have them, you know, seated on the rim and everything because I was having so much trouble with it, and they got it seated, so we are back up in business now. But it's been like probably 4 weeks since we've ridden. So
yeah, it's been a while.
So what are we doing today, Michelle?
We are doing Mitchell Creek Loop. And
Yes.
It's part of, you said, the Colorado Trail?
Yeah, the Colorado Trail or Continental Divide Trail, one
Yeah.
of the two. Continental Divide Scenic Trail. We're here at the Tennessee Pass Trailhead, so we're just going to go over and get our bikes ready, and we're going to head out. This trail is completely above 10,000 feet, so that'll be fun. It's about 7.5 miles and about 500 feet of elevation gain, so it's not real steep. But I also brought all the equipment to put you guys back up on the top of my helmet. Hopefully I'll do a better job at angling it this time instead of angling it straight down. So we'll show you what this trail's all about. All right, we just saw this sign. It says warning, bridge out at the bottom of the hill. So I don't know what that means, but we're about to take a little water break. Found this cool little thing. Don't know what it was. Looks like there's a door, or maybe it was a oven, but I can't imagine it being that big. But you can see how the insides are all burned.
I know.
What'd you think?
I was bumped around a lot. It was bumpy. It was, I can sum it up in the trail in 3 words. Uphill, downhill, and then straight, flat on a rail trail for 3 miles.
Yeah,
and
but that rail trail was like uphill. Did you even realize it?
It was slight.
Yeah, it was real gradual,
so it was doable.
but yeah.
It's totally doable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, good morning, Wander Squad. So today is going to be a kind of a unique Monday for us. Michelle's going to stay here at the camper. We are heading out to our next destination tomorrow, and in looking at where we're heading, we are really going to be out in the boonies, away from a lot of, you know, towns, cities, even small little grocery areas. So I've decided I'm going to run into Frisco and do some laundry and pick up some last-minute groceries, since we will be out at our new location for about 2 weeks. I want to make sure we've got everything we need. Plus, I don't want to go like a month without getting our laundry done. So Michelle's gonna stay here. She's got some work meetings. I graded some of my papers this morning for my students, and then I am going to finish them up when when I get back. So I'm gonna take you along with us and show you kind of what we're doing here in Frisco. So this is a pretty cool little laundromat here in Frisco. They've got their own parking lot behind the store because you're like right in the middle of downtown. So let me show you here real quick. Oops, sorry, my alarm's going off telling me show you what's out here.
We can also help with tile design.
So there's a
family-owned small business
laundromat right in the middle of downtown Frisco. It's pretty cool. So
free estimate. 970
big washers are $8, small washers are $5, and then the dryer looks like it's like 50 cents per like minute or 2 minutes or something like that. I haven't gotten any of the stuff in there yet, but look how big it is. I could climb in there, so I'm gonna be able to put everything in one. So all right, I'll check back in here shortly. Good morning. Chilly morning this morning. It is 32 degrees here. I don't know if you can see my breath as we get ready to head out of our fun boondocking spot outside of Leadville.